You are fake news.
Fake news. What do you think?
This is the Fake News Watch, your alternative news source without the alternative facts. I'm Kaylee Fagan, and this week we're going to try and tackle hyper-partisanship. You know, the thing that made you block all of your relatives on Facebook during the election. By now, you've probably encountered a new popular genre of name-calling that specifically targets a person's political beliefs. For example, liberal snowflakes, conservative Nazi lovers, social justice warriors, and pretty much all of the other ones are too offensive to repeat. But perhaps the most prevalent insult is,
You are fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news.
The fake news. It's fake, phony, fake.
Yep, we've all heard him say it, and it's heavily complicating the nonpartisan fight against the genuine fake news out there. And yes, that was not a mistake. I said the genuine fake news. This is hard to talk about, and frankly, it's exhausting to talk about. So let's just try and unpack this together. In June last year, a study from the Pew Research Center found some scary statistics about just how deeply divided the United States has become. According to this study, partisans' view of the opposing party are now more negative than at any point in nearly a quarter of a century, and fully 70% of Democrats and 62% of Republicans say that they're actually afraid of the opposite party. Even more concerning is that the partisan divide is just as personal as it is political. A majority of the people surveyed called the opposing party closed-minded, among other things like lazy, dishonest, and even stupid. This is a problem that keeps on reinventing itself, mostly with the help of Google and Facebook algorithms that only show you the news they think that you want to see on social media. These algorithms are designed to create a personalized experience for the user, but inadvertently end up creating echo chambers of news sites, blogs, and videos that only verify our politics and prevent us from seeing anything that we disagree with. Which is why it's so easy to assume that Obama must have wiretapped Trump Tower. That is, if you're used to seeing the news that paints Obama as a sneaky, power-hungry dictator who will stop at nothing to undermine Trump. Or that there's no way that could ever happen because Obama's just a lovable, goofy dad that takes selfies, pardons turkeys, goes water skiing, and makes friendship bracelets. According to research done by Axios, pretty much all of the news sites that have gone up in the last 20 years have really aggressive partisan leanings, and that's what makes them go viral. There are lots of people that study this, people like media analyst Jonathan Albright, who calls this phenomenon the micro-propaganda machine. And he says that it's the major culprit of the fake news outbreak. But we can't even start to talk about who is the fake news and who is real news if we're hung up on our hyper-partisan versions of reality. For example, this weekend, one of our staff news reporters, Audrey Garces, was live tweeting from a March for Trump event in Berkeley and posted this video of protesters who had been pepper sprayed. Her caption was only 7 neutral, non-combative words long, but was met almost immediately with people calling her fake news and saying she's not a real reporter. So what I'm getting at here is that the words fake news really shouldn't be used as an insult. You know, if you disagree with a publication's reporting style or news judgment, you should let them know that. But calling them fake news implies that their facts are simply not factual. Think about it the same way you would for any other profession, like a chef. If you're upset with the food, you have to ask yourself, is it because they did something wrong, like put the bread in the middle of the sandwich, or deep fry the salad, or burn your milkshake? Or are you just angry because they told you something that you didn't want to hear, like, oh, we're sorry, we only serve brunch on Sundays? All of these statements are upsetting, but only some of them are inherently incorrect. If we continue to let our partisanship define what we consider a fact and continue to cry fake news as a way of saying what we like or don't like, no one is going to come running to help when the facts are actually being distorted, taken out of context, or just fabricated altogether. And with that in mind, please remember to support credible news, flag anything that seems suspicious, and as always, seek the truth and share it.